beautiful team, and she is the one who is actually what to say, motivating and empowering most of the women, and also calling them to bring them forward to live their life to the fullest, being as a present parent, because she is absolutely living like that, isn't it?
Yeah, she is also a mother of four kids and traveling like us.
Full time travel like us,
So
yeah.
you can hear the rest from her.
Yeah, so I'm going to call in. So stay tuned, guys. In that case, yes. Hello, Joanna. How are you going?
Welcome, welcome.
Hello. Thank you for having me on. Such a pleasure and beautiful introduction. Make me go all red.
Of course, you deserve more than that. Of course, I should say that.
Yeah, we kept it short because they all will hear from you your story and your journey in this business.
Yeah.
We'll let you talk.
Yeah. So in that case, Joanna, tell about you. Tell about your backstory and how was the life before and what made you to start. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So thanks for
We
having
also
me
want to hear.
on. So I'm Jo and I'm a mum of 4, and before I came across this opportunity, I was a chef by trade. I started my apprenticeship when I was 15 and moved out of home. So I'd been out of home for a very long time. And basically, I was working split shifts, morning and night. And I met my husband when we were 16. And basically, we were in hustle mode from 16 and upwards. And we bought our house very young when we were 19. And it was just about paying that mortgage off. And we had no other real dreams but to pay that mortgage off. That's what we thought was normal, that Australian dream. It wasn't until after we had children that we realized that there's more to life than paying off a mortgage, and waiting for those interest rate rises every single month was like a kick in the heels. Like, okay, your mortgage is going up again. I just got to work a bit more to pay for my mortgage to live in this house. Like, all I'm doing is sleeping here and going to work. So we had 3 kids fairly young. I was 21 when I had my first baby, and we were literally swapping kids in the car park. Then we had 2 more, and it was the same situation. Daycare in the car park. He would meet me there so I could go back to work at 5 o'clock. Dylan would finish at 4:30. We'd do the daycare swap. I'd go to work. He'd go home, get the kids to bed, have dinner, and then I'd walk in the door at 11 o'clock. That was our life for 5 or 6 years. It was absolutely horrific. And I'm still scarred. I went through postnatal depression. It was not a very fun time. I left chefing for a little bit, and then I went in to work in an aged care facility. Now, I did love that job, and it was a little bit less stressful. It was just day shifts or afternoon shifts, still in the hospitality sector. But I unfortunately lost that job because I just wasn't willing to succumb to the government's implement, or what they did back then. So I lost my job, and when I was actually at that job, I was pregnant with my 4th, and I swore that we would never go through that again, swapping kids, and our marriage was on the line, and it was not fun. So that's when I came across this opportunity, and I knew that this was the opportunity that was going to basically help us get to our goals of not just paying a mortgage. We know we don't want to live to work or work to live anymore. So that's when we found this. We decided to go all in. We haven't looked back. And now my daughter is about to turn 3 in November, and I haven't worked at a job since having her, basically because of this business and how it's changed our lives. And Dylan is also...
I just want to stop you here because, oh my God, such a powerful story. We haven't heard like this ever before. I've done so many people's legends interview here, but I'm just telling you, like, this is such a powerful story. You have given so many things, like what the normal parents actually facing. Like, we are facing that, of course. See, as a single parent, in many instances, like, we abandoned the house, I would say, even though it's a mortgage. We just stayed as a hotel, I would say, isn't it?
Just coming to sleep.
Yeah.
So you are exchanging and swapping people, means kids, not exchange, swapping kids in the car, and they carry the car.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Very...
I couldn't even imagine how hectic it will be, and how you, oh my God, for 5 6 years that you...
And it was hectic because my husband was at work all day and then would have to come home to look after the kids. And growing up traditionally, we're all instilled that the mothers are the stay-at-home parent and look after the children, and it really hurt that I wasn't able to do that back then. I had to swap kids in the car park, and he would have to come home after work and heat his own dinner up, and put the kids to bed, and I wasn't there to read them stories, and this went on for 5 or 6 years, and it wasn't fun.
Oh my God. Oh, that's not like how far we all been indoctrinated to just buy a home, mortgage home, instead of getting a rent, go for a home and just getting tied for another 30, 40 years, thinking that we will be paying off, but it's going to be a never ending story.
It is, and you're literally waiting every month to know unless you're on a fixed rate, if your interest is going up. And oh my God, how much do I have to work now? Like, I've got to work an extra 10 hours a week because my interest just went up $30. Like, it's a never ending battle, and a lot of people believe that that's the Australian dream, when it's not. Like, spending
It
time.
is not. It
No.
is not at all. We can very well resonate to it because we were there too for a couple of years, and nearly for 7 years we
7
were
years,
there.
yeah.
And then we said, this is not the life we signed up for.
Yeah,
Not at
it's
all. You know?
crazy.
Crazy, really crazy. Like, it's not a up, it's always going down and
Slowly
down and down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and tell me, like, of course, now what made you to, because you are in that kind of hectic life, and what made you to decide that this is the business? Probably you would have gone through some other, would have explored, but what made you decide this is the business for you?
Yeah, so I had also dabbled in side hustles. So I started a donut business from home because my background is chefing and cooking and that. And I was just putting way too much time into that, spending way too much money to even get a return. Then I also tried to start up a skincare company making deodorants, lip glosses, all of the things. And again, I was just trading my time for money and spending all my time making them. And that's when we came across this opportunity, and we couldn't unsee what we had seen that day. It was like, this is the only vehicle that is going to give us that freedom that we are searching for. Making donuts, selling skincare, low ticket network marketing, nothing was going to cut close to it. Even working a cap salary is nothing compares. So that's when we decided this is it for us. We're going to work hard for 5 to 7 years at this business, and it's going to provide us for the rest of our life.
Yeah. Guys, if you're watching this is evidence that if you're just having only relying on linear income and going and getting a house or mortgage, anything like that, in down the line, you will be absolutely facing the same struggle of what we faced and she faced as well.
Yeah.
So in that case, it is a time to wake up and realize what kind of income that you're making. Is it a capped or linear income, or a leverage income which is uncapped? And then so that you can diversify. So tell me now, like, Joe, like, what kind of life that you are having now, because you are actually full-time traveling, like, it's beautiful. So where you are, we have heard that. Now, how you are, what kind of life every single day that you are facing now?
Yeah, so we left on our travel and our trip around Australia 6 weeks ago this week. We are in our new Y62 that we bought before to travel. We just got more options now. We're in our caravan. We pulled our 4 kids out of school. My husband has finished up at his job, and this is the life that we get to live now, because 2.5 years ago we went all in on ourselves, and it's literally completely changed the people we are, our mindset. We don't believe that you need a linear income forever. Once you tap into this business model, it's a leveraged income, and we just get to basically wake up with no time, no alarm clocks. And there's been a couple of times, or maybe more than a couple of times on this trip, where we've slept in till 9:30, and I say, oh my God, Dylan, it's so late. And he's like, so who cares? Like, this is freedom. Like, there's no boss calling and saying get to work. It's literally do what you want. And this is what this business provides. When you step outside of that comfort zone, when our brains try and keep us safe, when we get past that and we break down those barriers, we break the chains, so many
Mm.
amazing things happen, and the doors basically open up for you, but you have to be willing to jump in head first. Otherwise, you'll stay an employee for the rest of your life, unfortunately, and you will work until the day you die.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Beautifully said. Beautifully said. Oh my goodness. You touched so many things. How far normal average people, like in fact me too, like how far we are being so much trapped thinking that that is a way of life. But it didn't take me anywhere. For 23 years, we both were rattling around here and there. Nothing has changed, but everything has gone down and down. Our quality of life, I mean to say, has gone down when the cost of living is going up. I couldn't
Exactly.
imagine. It was
And
scary.
it is. And I think I read something the other day, like I don't watch a lot of the news, but I read something and it said 86% of Australians now need to have a side hustle to support them to live, because the cost of living is just astronomical and no one can afford it anymore. If you don't,
Yep,
and why not look into a side hustle other than looking into a second or a third job?
exactly. Exactly. That's
Create the
beautifully said.
freedom.
So that's the thing. So you just thanks for bringing in the statistical point as well. 86%. Of course. I think last Sunday we had talked about, we touched on that as well. Like how many percent of people requires that
Getting into debt.
debt, and why the side hustle is much more necessary here rather than side hustle. Why the side income with a thriving life? Because the focus should not be just on the money. Focus is living a freedom of life every single day on our own terms. You are the evidence for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the two income, two income household is like so outdated. It's not enough for this current cost of living and uprising of everything. So those like two income is
Yeah,
outdated
9 to 5
already.
income is outdated. Full time income is outdated. The two income is outdated. Nah,
it is.
linear income is
It's
completely outdated.
it's actually keeping people more stuck than they believe,
Yeah.
than they
Exactly.
know. It's keeping
Exactly.
you
Hmm.
in a 9 to 5, and you only get 48 hours over the weekend to enjoy your life. Sunday afternoon comes back around and you're meal prepping and washing frantically, literally just to get back to work on Monday.
Yeah.
Exactly. So wow, that's so much powerful, Joe. Joe, I should say that. So tell me, like, of course, now you have shared with me like the comparison between how you were before and how you are now. So I would like to ask you that how far this business community
Mm.
is supporting you now, because even though you did some sort of side hustle and low ticket here and there, but here when compared to other, how far this business community is supporting you for doing this business?
Yeah, so I have actually, like, I met you guys,
Yeah.
and I didn't expect it. We met in my hometown just before we left. So that goes to show what the community's like. We've only ever connected over social media and we're not financially tied at all. But this is the beauty when you connect and collaborate and join other people and join forces with people that have also the same vision for life. And traveling Australia and meeting up with so many other incredible people that are also in this space is mind blowing. We were actually sitting at the Geelong Pier yesterday, and
Mm.
Dylan goes, "Hey, look, there's somebody carrying an Enagic water bottle," and they were walking down, but they were
Beautiful.
walking too fast, and I never got to like stop and whatever. But the community, I'm sure if I actually did go up to that lady, it would have been all arms open, because that's the type of community you get here.
Amazing.
Best friends for life. I have met
Mm.
some of my best friends from this space, and we get to work alongside of each other every single day, which is incredible. You just people that just want that freedom lifestyle as well, not to be
Yeah,
dictated to.
that's it. We are not living, we are not having a community which has competitive mindset. We are having a community to leverage each other
And collaborate
and
when, yeah,
collaborate
yeah.
and furthermore succeed together. How beautiful it is, isn't it?
Yeah, and not only that, like if something's working for you guys, or if something's working for me, we all openly share it, and it's a communication thing. We don't hide and keep strategies and stuff to ourselves. We openly say, here it is. We want to help everyone and we want to help everybody succeed so
Yeah.
everyone can be living their best lives.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why, like, I always feel like I'm not doing the business alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having a global community of people who can support each other and thrive and succeed together. Wow, that's
And
amazing.
also not only in Australia but also all over the world. That's
Wow.
even more,
Yeah,
very
and like I seen you guys were doing your masterclass launch with like people in America, which gets to be so
Yep.
exciting. And you're in a global community, and I'm sure if you guys booked a plane and went over to America, they would
You help
have
us
you
there.
there. You know,
Yeah.
and it's the same. Like I could literally pull up on people's lawn with my caravan, and it's like, welcome. That's it.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know,
That's the thing is happening
Yeah.
sometimes too.
it is. And it's so different from, your toxic workplace. I remember being inside of workplaces where it would just be so toxic. You would just be bitching about someone 24/7, and you couldn't be near them,
I
and
remember that.
just so toxic. And we don't have that here.
Yeah, no, no. I still remember when I enter into the workspace in the morning. I just ask, "How are you going?" Not even a single soul said that
Yeah,
it's good. Everyone said, "Not bad, okay."
Another day, another dollar,
yeah.
waiting
And
for weekend.
some people don't even respond. Oh, how are you?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. So now it's not like that at all. Every single day waking up, oh, that's it. How amazing it is.
Crazy.
So now, yeah, that's the thing. So tell me, like, one more important thing. Like, I would like to ask you, if a person who is watching here, or if a person still sitting in and thinking that I'm with a fear and doubt, I'm not sure about online, I don't have any experience, I don't have any profile, biggest profile or Facebook profile, I'm not an influencer, or I'm not that kind of person. If they say so, if they're still having a doubt, what do you want to say to them? It's time now.
Get over yourself. I know that's harsh, but it's the reality. If you want something different, you've got to go and do it, or you're just going to be in the same situation. So
Mm,
when I say get over yourself, means get over that fact and get on with it, or this time next year is going to look exactly the same as now. Broke, depressed, working 9 to 5, Monday to Friday with no money.
yep.
Wake up, get with the times. This business opportunity is changing people's lives,
Mhm.
and now is the time to do so. You have 9 weeks left until the end of the year,
Yeah.
73 days. Be that 1% that does it before a New Year's resolution, because I can guarantee a New Year's resolution will not work. So do it now. Take that leap. Literally nothing to lose. And also with the following and the experience side of it, I had nothing. I think I had 440 friends on my Facebook. I had a tiny Instagram with 100 followers on there. And now I've just built it up over the 2.5 years. I was
There you
nothing
go.
special. I wasn't an influencer. I didn't have a YouTube channel. I we didn't we were nothing special. We just wanted more from life. We didn't want to keep swapping the kids. I didn't want to keep working until we were 65. I wanted
Yep.
my husband home to be a present dad, and that outweighed this opportunity, outweighed that. So that's when we took into it. The skills and the skill set that I needed was literally how to use a mobile phone. I didn't even have a laptop. I couldn't even afford a laptop, actually. So
Mhm.
all I knew is that when I started this, my sponsor said, all you need is a phone and Wi-Fi. And I was like, great, I've got that. I'm ready to go. I had
There
the
you go.
willingness to do something more. I wanted more, and I didn't want to be stuck until 65. So, like I said before, if you don't find something now, you'll work until you die. And that was going to happen for us, because we have 4 kids. Like, what do they say? A kid a year is like $100,000 a year or something along those lines to raise a kid. We have 4 of them. We needed more. So otherwise, my husband was going to have to go and work 3 jobs. But now we literally living in our caravan at a caravan park. So you choose your hard. Literally, if you want to keep working, stay in that situation, because there is more out there for you. You just have to be willing to get over the fear and the hurdles, and you're always going to have that support from the person that has helped you come into this business. They're going to be there for you 24/7. You just have to have that willingness, because it comes from in here. And I found that working online, you have to want it badly, or you'll be an employee forever.
Wow. Wow. I'm getting
That was-
goosebumps with that powerful.
That was powerful.
I am
So you
passionate.
touched
I
so
am
many
passionate.
things, I would say. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's, of course, it's time now, irrespective of anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Before we wrap up, we want to have an invite.
And moreover, guys, if you're watching this one, if this doesn't change you, what else is?
Yeah.
The story that these are the evidences, actually. The story, like, we are all normal people like you. The only thing is we had that burning desire to change the life and to be a present parent with our kids and to live our life on our own terms. That's what we are doing now. So
Yep.
you are going to learn from the people who are living that kind of life, who have transformed and changed their life and showing the possibilities to the generations while making the money to work for us. So
Exactly.
tune on to our upcoming masterclass. Either you can reach Joe or reach us and step in where it's going to be like a mind blowing, isn't
Yeah.
it?
To know more.
Definitely get inside of a masterclass, guys, because this is how I started my journey. I literally plugged into a masterclass and I was hooked. I was like, yep, ready, done.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is the best way for you to find out what we do online, is to hook in to a free masterclass. You've got no obligations. If it's not for you, then go back to your 9 to 5.
No strings attached. Just learn what you don't know.
Yeah.
Once
And
you
I
see,
guarantee
you can't
you
unsee.
won't be
Yeah.
able to unsee what you've seen inside of a masterclass. It does something to you and you're like, okay, I'm done. Sign me up.
There you go. There you go. Thank you so much for your time, Joe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
and I
so
really
much for
appreciate
having
that.
me.
Yeah, so I'll just cut that. Beautiful.